I'll show you in this video how to use free books and documents to review subjects about polynomials. Our first source is OpenStax organization.org organization. If you don't have the books of Google of OpenStax organization, go to Google and write and you will get this web OpenStax organization and choose it. Find your subjects, math, and you have here math books. I'm going to refer now to College Algebra second edition. Just select it, get the book, download PDF, and now send a thank you note, fill this form, and download the PDF using this square form. This is the cover of the book. Go to the index of contents and try to find polynomials. Here it says page 50. Since this is page 7 of the PDF, and we are going to page 50 of the books, let's write something like 60, because they don't match. See, 50, I wrote 60. Okay. Then it starts talking about polynomials. How to find the highest power of x, to determine the degree, and so on. Take a look to this, please. It shows you how to add and subtract polynomials here. How to combine like terms or similar terms. How to simplify. How to multiply polynomials. Examples. Default way to multiply binomials. Then I'm going to review a bit the default way to multiply binomials. The default method F for first, outer, inner, last. Is a useful method to multiply binomials. Let's do something like this. S plus 2 times S plus 7. Do this. First, write it square. This method requires that you have here a 1 for x. It doesn't work if you have 2x plus 3. Not 2 over here, just the number 1, you know. Then, first, square the first term. Outer, multiply those both outer. And you will find 7x. Inner, multiply those both here. And then last, multiply the two last terms. And you are done. Then add. notice it is okay. You can review it doing it one by one. This time that, plus this time this, plus this time that, times that. It is fine. But see, this is the square of the first. This is the addition of the outer and the inner. But just do that. Just outer, the number 7, inner, the number 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. And write out an x is easier. And at the very end, last, 14. See, x minus 3 times x plus 4. First to the square. And then outer and inner, add those both, and you get a 1 x. They say outer 4x plus inner minus 3x, and again gives you x. Do whatever you want, but learn to do it fast. And at the very end, last, this times this, minus 12, and you got the answer. S squared plus x minus 12. S plus 3 times s plus 2. Okay, square. Then add this both and write x, and then last, and you are done. Practice this using the FOIL method. Go to Google and search for FOIL method, and you can review many videos and theory, in Wikipedia. Check the FOIL method and practice it. Very important. Let's continue reviewing the book College Algebra Second Edition. Here is more explanations about the FOIL method. And then perfect square trinomials, meaning that the square of a binomial is a perfect square trinomial. Perfect square means that this is the square of a binomial. Why those results? Let's check it with the FOIL method. To check the first two results, let's use the FOIL method. Like this. S plus 5 squared is equal to s plus 5 times s plus 5. First to the square. Outer plus inner is 10x, and then outer 25. This is the answer that the book gives. See that? And then about s minus 3 squared, which is s minus 3 times x minus 3. It gives first, then add those both, minus 6x plus 9. But notice, this can be done using this formula, the binomial to the square. This is an special product. the square of the first, the double of this multiplication, plus the double of this multiplication, plus the square of the last. And you get the same thing, the same result that before. Oh, it was -3. Here is a mistake. Plus the double of the product of those two, but this is a minus here. There is a minus here. Plus the square of the second and gives you x squared minus x plus 9, the same result that before. And we cannot use the FOIL method in this case because there is not a 1 here. We have to use the formula of the binomial to the square, which means the first to the square minus twice the first times the second plus the square of the last, and gives you 16x squared minus 8x plus 1. This is the result in the book. Check that. You have to practice those special products or notable products. Let's continue. Here is the formula of the square root of a binomial. Using the FOIL method in this case gives that formula. But we can use this formula with cases like this one, using instead of x squared 4x parentheses to the square to get a 16x squared like this. Examples of the binomial to the square formula using it. What they call the difference of squares, how to work with it, learn to use this principle. This is the formula of a plus b times a minus b, the special product. If you multiply using the FOIL method, will give the square of the first, and then the addition of the outer is minus b plus the inner plus b, 0, a. That's why it doesn't appear any a here, and then the last to the square. Very important. This is a special product, very important product. Using the difference of the squares to calculate that in an easy way. You have to learn this. Examples of multiplications and then exercises, and then factoring polynomials. Read the whole session because it is required for you when you begin the university courses, and it's required in this course. Factoring polynomials. Read all this session carefully and solve exercise. This will help you to solve the exercise of the next assignment. Read this carefully, you know. They show you how to factor this in several ways. Factoring is writing as a product. See that? They do it by grouping. Anyway, this is a trinomial, and you have to factor it as a product of two binomials. And here is the method. Here is the factor of two binomials, which gives you the trinomial that you want to factor. Factor means writing as product of polynomials, in this case binomials, for a second degree trinomial. Let's see why this is working okay. Why this is equal to that. You know, you can use the following method that comes from a kind of FOIL method. Let's check that. In page 62, the book shows how to factor this trinomial 5x squared plus 7x minus 6 and get this answer 5x minus 3 times x plus 2. Let's check that. Let's check if this factorization is true using the FOIL method. That this, when you multiply, gives that. And with the FOIL method, you say first multiply both, and then outer plus inner, which means outer plus inner, and then last, which means that. And then you get 5x squared plus 7x minus 6. Then this is the right factorization of this expression. Let me show you how can you factor this expression by a kind of guessing. You have to find two binomials and then use this 5 and this minus 6 and split the 5 in numbers, those that multiplying give 5, like this, you know, and guess two numbers such that multiplying integers give you minus 6. Then you can choose minus 3 and 2 and check if this factorization x minus 3 times 5s plus 2 works. Do it. Check. This is 5x squared inner plus outer minus 15x plus outer plus 2x and then last minus 6. This is wrong because you get 5x squared minus 13x minus 6. You got this expression here and you got this expression of this number there, but you got the wrong coefficient for x. It's supposed to be a 7 and you got a minus 13. Then guess the other way. Instead of minus 3, 2, write down 2, 3, and things change because you have s plus 2 times 5x minus 3 and then go first is here and you have minus 3x plus inner, which gives you 10x and then last minus 6 and then now you got this answer 5x squared minus 3x plus 10x is 7x minus c. You hit the pot. You are right because you got the trinomial. Then this is the right factorization. You had to guess those combination of numbers giving 5 in this case and 6 in other case, you know. I mean 6, I mean minus 3. I may erase that. It was a minus 3, okay?